got a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money, I got a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money, got a whole lot of money. You can't hold nothing from me. I got a whole lot of money. 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 Whole lot of money. I got a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money. Run around town, I'm the MVP. I'm the who the young boy watch. Yeah, they envy me. Yeah, they watching on my clock. Yeah, they jocking me. Yeah, they keep me on their wall. Yeah, they acknowledge me. And I be strapped out to my drawers and my fucking cleats. They buying on my stocks. Yeah, they invest in me. We need 50 front to front. We gon' play for keeps. But I skipped out of college to get them dollars. We had a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money. Got a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money. I got a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money. You can't hold nothing from me. Crazy what that money do. It'll change the people that bring up under you. Rearrange some things, I had to humble you. You looking strange to me, I'm ready to run with you. I got diamonds on me, did the dash with my homie. They be spazzing on me, pass the chrome to the homie. I be sliding lonely, can't get caught slipping on me, homie. Had to make it home, can't get loved by my lonely. I got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money. Got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money. I got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money. You can't hold nothing from me. Let me put a little raise in. Whole lot of money, whole lot of money. Got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money. I got a whole lot of money, whole lot of money. Got a whole lot of money. You can't hold nothing from me. I got a whole lot of money. 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 Whole lot of money. I got a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money. Run around town, I'm the MVP. I'm the who the young boy watch. Yeah, they envy me. Yeah, they watching on my clock. Yeah, they jocking me. Yeah, they keep me on their wall.
This used to be so many people's favorite football player, but he can't get on a team, so now this is your boy, Antonio Brown.
We gon' play for keeps. But I skipped out of college to get them dollars. We had a whole lot of money.
You got a whole lot of money. More money, more problems, apparently. Ah, it's good to be in the break room. This is awful. Shut the up, baby. Seriously. You're crazy. What up, Chris? How is everyone doing? All right. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Josh Allen's lateral. No, man, for real. The Bills, good season, Bills. Texans fans, I'm happy for you. Deshaun Watson, man, you know what I'm excited about? I'm excited to watch Watson play Mahomes because I feel like they have very much equivalent teams right now. You know, like Watson's receivers aren't any better, any worse. Like you can't be like, yeah, they got this guy, right? Like he's got Hopkins, but Mahomes has got Hill. Different receivers, but like they complement their style. So like, yeah, man, I just think it's fantastic. Yeah, it is another look at me song. But like, I'm excited for that game. Am I upset the Bills didn't win? Obviously, I'm upset. It sucks. It is what it is. Were there a few calls you could pinpoint and say this could have went? Yes, but you don't. You go out strong. You pull the Philly special. You don't blow a 16-point lead in someone else's house. I agree, Noah. Hopkins is much better than Hill, but like Hill's a fast receiver, and like either way, what I'm saying, Noah, is that they're pretty comparable, right? Like, if anything, Mahomes should definitely win that game. I mean, he's been boasted as the best quarterback in the NFL right now, outside of Lamar. You know, like Lamar is the best right now, but I'm saying like Mahomes was that dude last year. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm really rooting. I like both quarterbacks. I like both teams. I like Andy Reid. He's all right. You know, the Texans coach used to be the Penn State coach. He said he was never leaving. He was going to build a program. He left 2 years later. But he's a good dude. He knew what he got to do. I'm letting people come in. Oh, and the contenders break also just dropped, FYI. Oh, Fells is, but he's a nobody. That's what I'm saying. Watson makes that. Like Fells is that we talked about that in our game, Noah. I'm saying the Texans are good, but the Chiefs are good too. I mean, the Chiefs got some ballers on that team, right? Like I would say that to your argument that they're probably comparable tight ends. Kelsey, the leading tight end in the league, Fell's not there, but he's had a really good second half of the season. Titans upsetting the Ravens. I mean, I'm not gonna go there yet. I did win my $80 bet on the Titans, but dude, last night was like a lucid dream. It was like I felt like it was a dream, honestly, but it wasn't. It was real life. So for me, it was crazy because obviously I hadn't slept the night before, and then I went and did the card show. I'm gonna hit record, and we're gonna get going on this. And then I had the card show. 1 second. And then I had to get my phone stand. And then I went and watched the first half of the game. I was literally falling asleep, and my sister's kicking me. Like she said, I was sleeping with my eyes open. I don't. And so she kept kicking me, trying to keep me up. So during halftime, my father-in-law lives about 2 minutes away from my parents' house where I was watching the game. And so I went over there at halftime. He's like, I need your help. Helped him with something for about 1 minute, and then he poured me up 2 beers. So drank a couple beers, woke up a little bit, went to my parents, back to my parents' house, drank 2 more. And then it was on. That second half was on. But yeah, I mean, the games this weekend were really good. Did you know? Can you tell me this? So the Bills and the Texans game went into overtime, and it was the first overtime wild card game in the playoffs, the first wild card weekend overtime game since what year? Do you know? I couldn't believe this. I was amazed. No, I think you're underestimating what the Redskins can do next year. I think Haskins is better than a lot of people want to say. All right, I'm excited to open some cards at home. Home field advantage here. Good luck, everybody. We got to get our drops going. I'm feeling it. The card. I'll talk a little bit about the card show then. We're gonna reapproach how we do that next year. And I already told him if I don't get a different spot, I'm not going. He said he'll get me a different one. Hell, I might be helping to run the thing. What? Those aren't mine. Where are mine at? What's going on with my... Something's up with my phone. All right, we're not going to have sounds. My phone's being wacky. We're actually just going to turn this off. Sorry, guys. The heck? All right, there we go. No, it wasn't 1998. It wasn't that long ago. Last wild card. Oh, man, this game. Oh, how many of you guys were shocked about this? And I do want to talk about this for a minute. Listen, the game was a great game. You can't ever go down and just say, outside of the last year with the Saints, you can't go down and say, oh, if that one thing would have been different, if that one call. But, man, they should have reviewed. They should have given the Saints the justification of like, or at least the sorry, I'm getting back into the swing of things here. At least the give them the review. They didn't even give them the review. At least act like you were going to try. And I honestly think that was the NFL's way of saying, like, because the NFL was not happy the Saints fans acted the way they did. With justification, they should have acted that way last year. I would have been pissed. McCaffrey out of 99. But, oh, here we go. What's this? That's going to be low print. That's a nice one out of 35 to the... That's how I feel, Chris. At least review. And listen, I have no dog in that fight. Like, honestly, I could care less who won that game. I like Drew Brees a lot, but I really do like the Vikings. I said they were going to win the division. I think Adam Thielen's an awesome story. Kirk Cousins gets a bad rap, I think. I really do. He may not be great, but, he's always had a kind of got shafted a little bit as far as how people look at him. So I don't care who wins that game. I'm a fan of football. As I like with the Bills and the Texans, I wasn't bitter about any of the calls. It is football. Out of 35, Ryan Finley. However, at least review that, right? Like that taints the game. Because we didn't let you in. Kyler Murray. And Todd's mad he didn't get in this. Out of 99, Drew Lock for the Broncos. Yeah. It's just, that blew my mind. So anyhow, I forget what I was talking about before. It's going to be a big time squirrel night. Taysom Hill's rookie cards, I was tracking them during the game. So on the second, I actually posted mine. I put it for, I'm not gonna lie, I've had one for like 2 years now. I don't want to get rid of it, so I posted it. Hey, Mac Wilson out of 99 at a big buy it now offer, but they were selling like crazy, right? So there was a couple that sold, and if anyone's a huge Saints fan and wants one, let me know. I'll give you a good deal on it if you're really looking for one. But I didn't really want to just sell it to anybody. Christian Kirk out of 49. And so during 3 days ago, they were selling for $68 and $72. And Keel Harry out of 75. And during the game, one sold for like 120. Then one sold for like 150. Best offer. I don't know what they really went for. And they just kept going up. A lot, I don't know what the final value was, but a lot of 9 of them had a listing of $999 or best offer, and it sold. I don't know what it ended up going for. What did Diggs do, Carl? I didn't see it. What did Diggs do? Dude, I feel good. My wife let me sleep in the day. I really was appreciative of it. I slept until about 10. I went to bed about 11 last night. I can't tell you the last time I slept that long. Is Hill going to be... You know what was hard to watch in that game? I could imagine what Saints fans were thinking. Was when Taysom Hill went off for that nasty run, like a 40-yard run, maybe not that long, but he spun out of the tackle, kept going, and then like 2 plays later, Drew Brees fumbles it. Like, Brees was not on today at all. I think this is the pile I went through. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. All right, here we go. I gotta keep opening here. Sorry, I have so much I want to talk to you guys about. How about our Ortega-Whiteside? 18 out of 25. Eagles going down today, man. A lot of people kind of expected it, but I think there was a hope that they could make it happen. Going out to Philly. That's going to be Brad Turiano. But to the point of Field Yates, who tweeted out, I like Field Yates. I listen to his podcast and stuff. They're working with a 40-year-old quarterback who was commentating for ESPN and coaching high school football at a 99, Drew Brees. And like a 4th string running back, Gardner Minshew, 2 wide receivers from the practice squad. Like, are you kidding me? Like, they didn't really have a chance. And if they would have won that, shame on the Eagles, honestly. That was the Eagles' game to lose, and they didn't. Out of 125, Jared Goff. Oh, yeah, DK stuff, man. So mad. I think I would have won our DraftKings probably if I was stuck with my original lineup. I got to check all those. I know. How about Wentz? Oh, my gosh. The guy just can't stay healthy when it matters. Drew Lock and Tony Pollard. All right, we got all 4 hits out of there. Oh, so much to talk about. I'm like all over the place in my head. So, obviously, real quick, Contenders 6 boxes up. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I ask anyone to update that. I'm assuming Josh is on it. Let me check something real quick. One second here. Did it not post? Something's weird with my Facebook. Hold on. Guys, did the Contenders half case post? Because it's not showing up on mine. Oh, I didn't post a picture. Son of a bitch. That's my fault. I guess I'm not on top of my game yet. Not that it matters, but let me do something quick. So while I'm doing this, guys, I got to tell you, man, my favorite part about the card show was having the chance to kind of have you guys at the show with me. And I didn't get to walk around as much. I did look for a few things that people had asked me to look for, but there was not a ton of stuff, outside of like you had to really go through boxes and stuff for stuff. But I looked at the main stuff, and I'll say this about card shows, and I'm going to be looking for more, and we're going to talk about if I could find some more during the season. We're going to talk about maybe selling some of the stuff at shows because card show prices far supersede online prices. Like you can't find half the deals at a card show that you can online. Now, when people came up to get some of my stuff, I put a few things out. I gave them better than what I could find on eBay, and so that's why I was able to sold a couple. It looks like people knew what was going on, so if they missed it, oh well. I'm not going to post a picture now. It's going to take too long. Sorry about that, guys. But I wish I would have thought this. If we do it again, what I'll do is leading up like the week of the card show. If you get in a break and want me to sell your cards there at the show, I'm going to be willing to take that on like a consignment thing. And I think what we're going to do is leading up to that week, that's what we do. If you get in any breaks and want to try to resell at the card show, you'll have that opportunity. I don't think I'll break at the card show again. And here's why. It didn't really benefit anything at all. Like a lot of the people, the only thing it was cool is like a lot of people had not heard of breaks. And it's amazing me. And I saw Jason commented on it. He said, here, I got to get my cover cards. You can tell I'm not fully set back up yet. And this is the other reason, because to go back for a second, to set up this break room and take it down was insanely a lot of wasted time. But it was fun to be there. I wish you guys could have been at the show with me. I kept wanting to show you guys different things and stuff. David Njoku out of 199. The Browns going to come back next year. So yeah, so that was fun. But like exposure to breaks. But I think a lot of the guys were just kind of like, they wouldn't even come up and talk. I was like, come watch. And they were like standoffish. They were like, and I don't know. It was weird. It's our area, man. It's like backwoods. They were just like a lot of baseball, a lot of vintage. And like the football guys were cool, but I don't know. It was weird. So anyhow, I'm thinking of new ideas to do at the show. There we go. Triple for the Ravens. They didn't lose today. They got to sit and watch all these other games. Good weekend for games. Hill, Marquise Brown, and Miles Boykin. Did you guys like the breaks at the card show? Like, did you like seeing the people? Give me your feedback. Like, should I do the breaks at the show again? Was it cool? Or was it just kind of like everything was kind of rushed? I know Max was supposed to be my hype man. I'll ask his mom to be the hype lady next time. Jarrett Stidham out of 199. He might have a job next year. Brady says he is not retiring. He is also not going to give the New England Patriots a hometown discount. Ain't going to do it. So there's that, right? He pretty much said, I'm going to get my money on my last contract. He gave them a hometown discount the last couple times, and he said he's just not doing it anymore. For the Buffalo Bills, out of 75, Tyree Jackson going out to Jim Larson. Yeah, but that's my thing, John, is to, and that's my argument. I feel the same way. Like that was too many. Do one or two. But to rip all this down, to take it an hour or 45 minutes away, to set up just for one or two breaks and to bring it back down, it wasn't worth it. I don't want to bring in a lot of local guys. You know what I mean? I'll save it for nationals. So what I think we're doing is leading up any breaks you get in the week before, any cards you want me to hold. And this is why I say it too. And this is something we might be able to offer. So the guy who's done it, he's done it for about, there we go. How about a Dwayne Haskins? Going out to Ryan Eastman. Ryan, you've had some good luck here. This one going to be out of 99. One color patch. Nice auto on that for the Washington Redskins. But, woo, I'm excited. I know that Noah was saying about not thinking they'll ever be good again. I disagree. I think they compete for the division next year. I know it's nuts. They might have 2 more years to go. But I think the Redskins are going to be better than a lot of people think. I think Haskins' connection in college and getting him on his team in the pros with Terry McLaurin, a super talented receiver, they can get their running game in order, get a few other missing pieces there. They'll be contenders. I really do. Yeah. So anyhow, at the show, here's what I'm thinking. The guy who has run it has done it for 30 years. I think it was his 30th year show, and he only does it once a year. And there's been a lot of demand to do 2 a year, one in like November, one in February. Because it's like, it's the playoffs. He does it every year on like week 1 of the playoffs. So the guy who I buy a lot of our giveaway cards from, he sets up there. He's the #1 stamp. People go to that show just to like see his cards a lot of times. He's got tons. He's a really cool collection. We were talking and he said he might take it over because the guy who does it, the reason he started it it's kind of a cool story. He started it as a fundraiser for his daughters were in band, so he did it as a fundraiser for the band. And so his daughters are now like 40 years old, like they're out of school, and he still does it to raise money, but he says it's getting harder and harder. Like I had to rip my whole break room down is they didn't have enough tables for us. He said they sold half their old tables at an auction, and he got there and there weren't any tables. So I think that was frustrating for him. So anyhow, this guy is going to this guy who sells me these cards. He says he might take it over, and I said, well, I'll help. He wants to do it 2 times a year. And I talked to him, and I said, what if we can get Beckett to come and do grading? Like they'll do raw grading live, or you can do submissions live for submissions. And so I said that would be awesome. So what we would do is leading up to the show, we could either gather sale cards and submission cards, and that would be kind of the perk. We wouldn't necessarily break at the show, but in order for me to be able to do all that stuff, sell your cards. Here we go. First one, Jacoby Myers in a Patrick Mahomes MVP contenders. Going out to the New England Patriots. Do you guys like that idea instead of possibly like doing breaks? And we could still do breaks that day. It'd probably be a playoff weekend. We'll still do breaks. We just won't do them until like the normal time, like in the afternoon. Saints are showing the NFL. Why is that, Todd? I'm probably not being smart right now. I'm missing the connection. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys. This must be the 4 auto side. Oh, and I already see him down there. Quad stretch Allison going out to the Atlanta Falcons. Joey Fanning. I don't think it's real hard. I think you pay a fee, Jeff. I think you contact them and say, we'd like a grader to come, and you pay X amount of dollars. And I think they want to do it, right? Like right now they don't need to do it because they're getting so many submissions, but I think you probably pay a fee, whatever their travel expenses are, plus a fee, and they come to the show. So we would incorporate it into the show. I think it would bring a lot more people in. Jaquan Johnson for the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills hitting tonight. Oh, really? This is the variation. You're right. So was the Jacoby Myers was a variation. Anything with the helmet is a variation. Both Bosa's and Haskins. Darius Slayton. There's a Devin Singletary. How about his performance? So as far as trying to find the positives in the Bills game, to go back to that for a minute, I was really impressed with with Devin Singletary. You got to think about it. He's a rookie running back. We have a sophomore quarterback, a rookie tight end. We have some young guys. We have free agent wide receivers. Have not had. Are we going to get all 5 autos in one side again? Another Jacoby Myers, not the variation. So to show you the example, I hate seeing this, but in a way, it's kind of cool. We're going to get all 5 on one side again. Panini's collation in contenders is the worst I've ever seen. What I mean by that is all 5 or 4 or 5 autos always have been on one side. Seriously, if you go to a hobby shop, you better know what side you're getting. So there's the variation. One's in his home jersey, one's in his away. You have the logo and the helmet. So it kind of stinks to see, for the break purposes, that around. But 400 points going out to the Jets. We're obviously going to give some hitless credits away here. Don't worry. But yeah, so I have hope for the Bills. I honestly think the way the Patriots are looking, and they don't have anybody big up and coming, right? Like they got a lot of work to do. I don't see why the Bills don't have a shot at winning the division next year. I mean, name who's going to win it. The Jets, I just don't think Gase is that coach. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think? Bills looked up. I mean, they made Allen look like a kid. Not even guy. Allen like a kid who, after he made his mistake, couldn't recover from it. He buckled under the pressure. He looked like a deer in the headlights for the last 10, 12 minutes of the game. I don't know if they need that, but they could use like honestly, if Antonio Brown would have went there and just been happy there, I think they would have been successful. Allen's inaccuracy, Jeff, I agree 100%. So I'm hoping like he got better throughout the season and his running was smart. There we go. Pulled the auto on our first break, Hawkinson and Fant. So I don't know if there'll be any autos on this side. We've pulled the point, so unless they give us a bonus one. Devin Singletary. Derrick Henry. There's a Kyler Murray. How about Derrick Henry single-handedly pretty much taking down them freaking Patriots? You got to see the video that Luan from the Titans put up to troll Brady after the game. It's actually a pretty sweet video. Look up Taylor Luan on Twitter and look at the video he posted. I think he actually posted it on Instagram. Rookie of the Year contenders, Gardner Minshew. Quit reminding Mike every break about what? Reminding me what? About what? Marquise and then Keel. We'll have to random those off. And there's a Daniel Jones, Rookie of the Year contenders. I think they're going to give that division a run for the money next year. MVP Russell Wilson. That didn't look fantastic tonight, but he had those nice throws. Yep, all the autos on one side again. That's nuts. Nuts. Oh. Sorry, Floyd. You're right. My bad. That isn't nice to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, so let's see. I kind of want to go look at the lines real quick. Houston -3. Obviously, that was a push. Did they score a touchdown or kick the? No, they kicked the field goal. Because I'll tell you what, that young kicker the Texans had, man, he went out there. He didn't look like he had a care in the world. He was ice in his veins. Just freaking like went at it and kicked it. It was only a 28-yarder, but I said I was impressed with the way he handled it. Like he didn't give a rip at all. So they pushed on that game. So some sites like I think you get your return. If you bet with a bookie, push is a loss. So at least it always was on the ticket when I played the ticket. New England -4.5. Well, like I told you guys, and those lines did adjust. But take the money line with the Titans. I did. I put the 80 on it. Counts flush again. That was awesome. New Orleans -8 against Minnesota. This is the only thing I'll say I said about that game. 8 points is a lot of points to give up in a playoff game. Now, obviously, they didn't cover. They lost. So, man, if you would have put on the money line for that, that's big money. I wonder how many people bet on that. I think we're going to do this. We've already established that these are all together on one side. I'm mixing the packs up. This pisses me off. That's all they had to do. That's all their only job was. Like, did they go through and then they were like, all right, here's our stack with hits. Here's our stack with not hits. Put one in each side and let's go. Literally, they had to fucking do that. There's no way they can be that good at it. That good at sucking. All right, so anyhow, and then Seattle -2 against Philly. A lot of people said that was a scary, like -2 seemed too, a lot of people thought that should have been higher actually. So if you took -2, you're golden. They only won by, what was it, 19-0 was the final score? Or no, I forget. Well, I mean, for God's sakes, Chris, like, if Panini's not going to do it, I already give away hits for their missing hits. I have to. Hopefully, I don't get a W-2 for doing half their job. They'll probably charge me income like, what the? Should be getting paid for that. Holy cow! Right, Noah. Oh, here we go. $5 credit. $5 credit. Guess the redemption. Come on, someone win. Look at this. We're already at 2. Marcus Green going out to the Philadelphia Eagles. And here's how I feel about I have a lot of Philly friends. I don't have any dog in that fight in the Philly-Seattle game. You know, we have 2 guys in our OG group that are, one's a Philly, one's a Seattle. Big Philly, big Seattle fan. I wasn't rooting for anyone, but I feel the same way about the Philly as I do the Bills. Now, the Bills showed they belonged there a little bit more, but Philly didn't belong in that anything past the wild card round. That nobody in that NFC East division deserved it. It was like a race to the finish to who could do the least poorly. Not the best. Holy cow, I didn't even shuffle well. Maybe they tried. Holy! It's not the out of Baker Mayfield out of 23. Cracked ice. That's a solid card. Going out to the Cleveland Browns. That's going to be Dan Morris. Oh, listen, you just have to know what side it is. Listen, I don't believe in pack searching in any way. But this is how it was with Luminance, how the second pack last year was always the RPA or the big on-card hit. They switched it up this year. It wasn't as bad. But if you go in the hobby shop and you buy a pack and it's the auto on that side, just buy out the row. Or like buy packs out until like you're not pack searching, you're like using a strategy. I don't know. That's to me so stupid. Variation, David Blau. Nice auto. Going to the Detroit Lions. That's going to be Chris Anderson. I love the backs of these cards. They look cool this year. AJ Green. Look at that, man. We have another one coming. It's unbelievable. All of them on this side again. Either I didn't mix it up well or I did what you guys said. Dexter Williams going out to the Green Bay Packers. So, guys, there's the Panthers, Browns, Texans, Colts, Rams, Giants, and Bucks left in our... It's a fresh case, too. So, if you're worried because that Daniel Jones hit, it is a fresh case we'll be cracking in the morning. And Marvell Tell, it's going to... Did we get... Oh, our on-card's going to be here. Playoff ticket out of 99. Why does it look so purple? Isn't that supposed to be blue? That's weird. Marvell Tell out of 99 going to the Indianapolis Colts, Chris Vogt. And so I wanted to post this earlier. I just didn't have a chance. I wanted to post a picture of the Taysom Hill and how they progressed in price during his game. Now, what position is he here? He's a safety. So not as big as a quarterback, but this is going to probably be this guy's only autograph. And if you have a fan or he does really well or he goes for defensive, player of the year, whatever, the autos really in contenders that you can't get anywhere else do well. Like, look at Taysom Hill. He didn't really have many other ones, I don't think. So that's, again, something that's kind of cool about contenders is it gives you the chance to get those autos you probably won't find many other places. Now Panini could just put them on the different sides of the fucking box. Holy cow. There's a Kyler Murray and a Dwayne Haskins. We'll do a separate random for that one, being the round numbers. We'll just, really we shouldn't because it's not the policy, but we will. It's a top-loaded card, so. All right, let's see if we were able to survive any. What do we get? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so we should have one more auto, not including the redemption. Think Blau. You mean Blau? So, in other news, kind of recap everything. The cards go back. Shipping went out, man. That was awesome. We got the first contenders breakout. My brother's a huge help. Stayed till about 2 a.m. and then starting then, I did a few of the things he couldn't do. Went through a few of the box ships, the bigger ships I had to do and stuff like that. Then stayed up until my dad showed up at 6 with some Mickey D's for me. He helped me carry everything out for the show, and then the show just flew by. But again, the show was just, I don't know. I wish I had more time to look around. Gary Jennings. I did sell a Christian McCaffrey National Treasures I had there. I didn't plan on selling cards, but I took some with me. Darrell Henderson and David Long for the Rams. Lamar Jackson. I really do wish you guys could have been with me at the show. You were with me in spirit for sure. DK Metcalf, man of the hour. Huge catch. Threw up the deuces to Philly fans. Peyton Manning, Boye. MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Should have an auto here, right? Justice Hill. Maybe I was wrong. There's the Dwayne Haskins and the Montez Sweat. So he's on 2 of those round numbers. That's kind of crazy. Did we get our 5th auto? Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, we got all 10 autos. I must have just, the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Were the points in contenders yet? 6, 7, 8, 9 in our autos here. Okay, so we got all 10. All right, here we go. Redemption guess is in. I don't even have the music. (2019) playoff contenders. Rookie ticket RPS. Card 124. Noah Fant going out to the Denver Broncos. It's going to go to Austin Linderwell for the Denver Broncos. That's going to be the on-card auto. Did we get an on-card the first one? Or was that in place of the points? See, that's what bothers me, is that the points came in place of our on-card RPS. And last year, they never, ever, ever, ever did that. That's kind of bummy. All right, I am going to say this. We are going to get some hitless credits out, so hold on for a minute. But I want to tell you, there is a good chance I post some divisions tonight with Leaf Best of, or I had to crack my case of, I don't know how many of you guys are into this. Probably not most of you. But I had to crack my case of least superlative hockey. A guy didn't want to buy the whole case. He just wanted to buy a couple boxes. So a lot of guys have asked me for for hockey. I only have least superlative in the house. I may just do like a Raz for the box. I don't know. But stay tuned for that. I might do some Leaf Best of, though. I want to do more breaks, but I also don't. I know we have that contenders up, and I want to be ready to do that early in the morning. I'm going to be running to the UPS to grab it, so I don't have to wait for it to show up. If they put it on the truck like they've done before, I will make them call the truck and deliver it, because I'm a little irritated it took this long, and I know they're going to be backed up. The UPS truck will not get here till like 8 o'clock tomorrow. With all the shipping, it wasn't just me. I guess it was a ton of people that were supposed to get stuff on a Friday and never did. Bullshit. All right, real quick before we go anywhere, I'm going to rule one roll for this. I'm going to do a separate roll for that. I don't have any of my dice. Give me 1 second. Yo, you want to hear something cool? This kid at a card show was watching me break. It was really neat. So he was watching me break, and he goes, I was going to give this to my friend, but he saw I had Bill stuff on, right? But he goes, I want you to have it. I thought that was so cool. So I said, well, what's your favorite team? He said Steelers. I said, I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I said, all right, well, hold on. And we were able to find him a couple autographs and, you know, some like, he's like, my friend's a Seahawks fan. So we gave him some Seahawks cards and stuff. It was cool, but I thought that was the coolest. So this is going to be one of my cover cards. So if you ask why, the dude at the card show gave it to me. Little man, like probably like 8, 9 years old. It was really, really cool. That was probably my shining moment at the show that made my day. Not the gamer kid. It wasn't him. He was an older kid. He was like he was cool. Be careful. 1, 2, 3 to the top, 4, 5, 6 to the bottom. These go to the bottom. We're going to do a separate one for the Haskins card. I had my eye on that gamer kid. He was this little sly dog. Oh, man. I got it. All right. We'll do a separate roll for this. Nah, man, it's hard for a kid to give up. Oh, did you? You called it? I'm sorry, I forgot to check, Fanning. Let me go up. I'm sure you did. If you, no one else. Who was it again? Yeah, you did. You were the only one. Yep, you got it. $5 credit for you. I do, Todd. I do have a full case, I believe. All right, 1, 2, 3 for the top, 4, 5, 6 for the bottom. It's a 2. It's going to go to Kyler Murray. All right, now we'll do our hits. Then we'll give away. We're going to give away next one. I was only going to do 2 $5 hitless credits. We're going to do 3 $5 hit. We'll never, ever fill that, I don't think, Todd. I really don't think right now we would fill that. At least not tonight. Man, I'd love to do that, though. Who's doing it for that? Todd messaged me. That seems cheap. All right. I probably get shitty prices. Let me see. List. All right. First one up, Jarrett Stidham for the New England Patriots going out to Josh Beard. Who knows? This guy could be the next guy. You might want to start getting his cards. A Marquise Brown, Justice Hill, Miles Boykin for the Baltimore Ravens. They will be playing the Tennessee Titans next week. Only 29 left at 60th spot. David Njoku for the Cleveland Browns going out to Dan Morris. Jared Goff for the LA Rams going out to Michael Thompson. And the team duels out of 199, Breeze and Kamara. Kamara took a hit today. I guess he doesn't have to worry too much about it. All right, then we had for the autos, Noah Fant, redemption on card going out to the Denver Broncos. It's going to be Austin Linderwell. We had the Marvell Tell, the third out of 99 playoff ticket going out to the Indianapolis Colts, Chris Vogt. Dexter Williams for the Green Bay Packers going out to Chris Scally. David Blau for the Detroit Lions going out to Chris Anderson. 400 points going out to the New York Jets, Dusty White. Marcus Green for the Philadelphia Eagles going out to Brad Toriano. Jacoby Myers, both the variation and the base auto with the home and away jersey, helmet, and logo going out to the New England Patriots. Jaquan Johnson for the Buffalo Bills, Jim Larson. I don't know. I'd have to watch it again. I saw it twice, but I didn't know there was question behind it. So no, I guess I don't because I saw it and I wasn't listening to the game. I just had it on. It was real quiet. I was getting some stuff done. Dwayne Haskins for the Redskins. So I can't say that I do because I wasn't like, oh my gosh, that was egregiously dirty. Like, what are they saying? And I would have turned it up. So my natural answer is no because I saw it and I didn't think anything of it. But I don't know. I didn't really analyze it like that. Philadelphia Eagles, Brad Toriano getting the white side, and Mac Wilson for the Cleveland Browns. All right, guys, we're gonna give 3 $5 hitless credits away. Dude, I lifted up my monitors. Like I just put them in their little card boxes. I have so much more space. It's nice. Kind of glad I ripped everything down. I'm gonna put it back nicely. Sorry, no monsters tonight. I was hoping for at least one to kind of get it going, but we'll save them for tomorrow morning, I guess. And guys, I meant to say this earlier. I lost my train of thought. Go figure. I do apologize if the sound was bad, if I was distracted, I was exhausted. The show, I was super excited for the show going into it. And let me turn this. I was super excited for the show, and it just kind of fell flat to me. It was a little frustrating. I didn't get to enjoy it, so I was kind of in a rough mood. So I apologize if it wasn't our normal. I mean, I tried to make the best of it, but it was just kind of like not fun. We were off the beaten path. Nobody was, last year at least, people came over and watched. Nobody was coming over. It was like they were afraid of it. It was stupid. Panthers, Cowboys, and Steelers. It's going to go to Jim Larson, Alex Carey, and Floyd Altares, each getting a $5 hitless credit. All right. We gave away $80 in credit tonight with the squares. Check and see if you won that. Oh, really? Your caffeine fix. Mike, that's a real thing. I did that before where I was drinking too much caffeine. Well, that's what I was saying. What I would do different is I don't think I'd break at the show. I think we would do breaks leading up to it, and I would offer to sell cards from our breaks for you guys at the show if you wanted to. Spend more time trying to find cards for our group if there was like a list made online. So trying to find deals for our guys, like find a way to reward our group in a different way, and then do breaks that night. Yeah, that's good, Mike. It's good to do that every now and then, like a cleanse like that. Caffeine, man, it's a highly addictive drug. People don't realize that. I always love it when like our church would like condemn like drinking so hard, yet they have a coffee shop, and it's like, dude, highly addictive drug. It is. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I have some ideas too. Yeah, like that. Like literally go through the show. And you know what's funny is I was already talking to Jason and about doing nationals from Three Kings. And we talked and we said we're not going to break near as much when we're at national. We'll probably make it more fun. If you guys come and you want to break on a table, I'll let you break a break, or we'll do a couple, like 2 or 3 a day. But I'm not going to be doing 5, 6 breaks a day there. It's just too much. I want to go enjoy the show, enjoy you guys and stuff like that. So I didn't know that. I just sold a McCaffrey. I have a dual auto short print McCaffrey and DJ Moore. Get a hold of me. Get a hold of me. I have some McCaffrey stuff. And I'm moving it. So I'm trying to get some different players for our packs. So all right, guys. I'm gonna roll out chicken on contenders and maybe do some leaf best of. We'll see. Peace.